Good evening. My name is Vugar Jafarov. I am the founder and the principal of the law office of Vugar Jafarov. We are located in Massachusetts. Since our practice is a federal law, we are able to represent our clients from all states and from all countries around the world. We currently indeed represent clients from more than 150 countries. We handle all types of immigration cases, from immigrant visa applications to non-immigrant visa applications, including business immigration visas, employment, um, removal defense in front of the federal court, and we also handle many status change applications. If you want to change from one type of visa to another type, we are able to help you. So today's topic is F1 visas and the status change from F1 to other types of employment visas, actually. So I have given some questions by my team. I will try to address those specific questions. Let's get started. So, number one question is basically, you have a F1 visa, can you work on campus? And the response is that in many cases, yes, you can work on a campus, university campus, but it's gonna be a less than 20 hours. And during the school year and when you have classes going on, of course, you can, if you're on vacations, holidays, you can work more than 20 hours, but this is something that has to be coordinated with the school. You might also work on OPT visa, which is the extension of your F1 for up to 12 months. And OPT is given only to the students who are in degree programs, basically bachelor's or master's programs. So you can also obtain CPT. Basically, CPT is the integral part of the established curriculum, and it directly relates to your major, the area that you study. So for this, you also talk to your school, and CPT allows you to work more than actually 1 year. So let's move to the next question. So the next question is basically, can if I start a company, LLC, can my company sponsor me for OPT? And the response is yes. Actually, many people don't know this, and they think that for OPT, you have to find an employer from outside, and you have to receive formal job offer. Yes, you have to receive a job offer, but your company, your own LLC, can do that for you as well. So the second question is how I change my status from F1. Can I take my OPT business to H-1B? I guess the question is, can I switch after I do my OPT? Can I go to H-1B? And the response is yes. So as I said, OPTs are usually given to you for 1 year, and usually starts with the end of the school year, which is usually around May, June. So you can continue to work one full year, and when the H-1B season starts, you can apply for H-1B. Usually, H-1B season starts in March. Every year, the days are moving, few days. This year, the company registration starts on February 21st, and then March 1st, registrations are submitted, and the registrations continues till March 18th, and starting from March 18th till the end of the month, March 31st, the government handles the selection process, and they notify the participants, and starting from April 1st, we are able to submit a real H-1B application, right? So by the end of the March, you will know that if you have been selected or not, and then you will submit applications to the USCIS starting from April 1st, and you have 90 days to submit the applications. So let's say you are on a OPT, and your OPT ends sometimes in May, maybe towards the end of June or around June, right? So H-1B doesn't allow you to start employment with the company that sponsors you on H-1B visa before October 1st. So the question is, if your OPT ends in May and your H-1B starts in October, so what you do between that time frame? So, are you unauthorized for that time period? How you maintain your status? So the good news is USCIS has a specific regulation. It's called stopgap regulation, and this stopgap does exactly what it says. It stops the gap. It fills the gap between May to October 1st. So basically, once you have been selected, and once you submit your application, the gap is filled between your OPT expiration date and the October 1st H-1B employment start date. So you will be able to continue on your OPT basically beyond the expiration date of your OPT. And on October 1st, you will be officially starting to work on your H-1B visa and receive your salary based on your H-1B application. So there are questions I see in the list about the deadlines. I believe I did cover the deadlines. Um, so there's another question. It's a good question. It says, do I need to go back to my country of origin to get a new visa? No, you don't have to, as long as you stay in the United States. As I said, starting October 1st, you will be able to work and receive your salary, which is, we call prevailing wage, the amount decided by the Labor Department. So for each job occupation, there is the code, and depending on which town, the city you live, there's a salary amount. So you have to receive minimum salary to be able to be on H-1B. So you will start receiving that salary on October 1st. So uh, you don't have to travel overseas, but if you do travel, then you will have to go to consulate and have a stamp on your passport, which will allows you back to United States. The stamp is happening only one time, and it will allow you to travel back and forth. And each time you travel, then you don't have to visit the embassy. It's just only one time, and it's valid for the expiration of your H-1B stamp. In most of the cases, you can apply for H-1B before you leave United States. So you know your interview date, you just show up for the interview. Interview process is pretty simple process in many cases, unless you have some kind of complication going on. So we usually submit additional files, give it to our clients, and ask them to present to the embassy when they go to the interview. But as I said, H-1B is a beautiful option to explore, and many people should explore this option. It is issued for 3 years. You can extend for another 3 years, so a total of 6 years. And during that 6 years time period, you can always apply for green card, permanent residency, if your employer is willing to sponsor you. And if you do that, and your green card process takes longer, let's say it takes beyond 6 years, you can always have 1 year extension, in 1 year increments. So you can have one and one as long as H-1B is pending. So these are some important basic information. If you have any questions, please do contact us. You can use our website to find our contact information. Just one more thing before I finalize this video. You can also apply for H-1B from overseas. You don't have to be in the United States. Many people don't know this. And also another key information, many people think that H-1Bs are offered only by large companies, which is absolutely wrong. H-1Bs can be sponsored by small employers. We have had employers who had no employees at the time of H-1B sponsorship, brand new companies, as long as it's a good, valid business which is able to pay the salary which is decided by the Labor Department. So there's a minimum salary for every occupation based on the town, city. This amount might change. As long as you comply with the laws, there is no really company size requirement. So thanks for listening. I try to cover some basic important questions, but there are tons of issues that needs to be discussed and um, to be known. So if you have any questions, please do contact us and ask us to schedule consultation. One more time, our information on our website is vj-legal.com, and you can always contact us through our email, which is info@vj-legal.com. Thanks for listening. Good luck with the H-1B season. Thank you.